Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube page, and welcome to those of you who are new. We've got over 630 audios in a variety of topics available for your listening pleasure. Try to add to that on a daily basis, or as close to daily as we can. Definitely worth taking a look at, ultimately how to make things better for you. We try to do that on a daily basis. We try to make a connection as often as we can for the listening pleasure of our listeners, and also building a community where we can get some help for people who might be struggling with various things. The more we can do that, the better the energy and the existence of the world will be. So if you're looking for ways to kind of hack life and get ahead, this is a great place to hang out. Please subscribe, like, comment below, all that good stuff. Also, if there's a topic you'd like to hear covered in a future audio, please leave a comment to that effect below. And in any event, I'd love to be of service to you in that way. So hopefully, if you're looking to kind of get life on track in a new way, please feel free to reach out. There's two ways to do that, either through the About Me section on this YouTube page, or in any event, we're going to kind of look at a few things that will kind of hack health a little bit. So when we focus on the following things, and there's 5 things here, we can actually get ourselves into a better health place mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and all points in between. The first is certainly focus on your gut. So gut health is everything from what we put into our bodies, how we eat, what we eat, how often we consume food, the digestive process. And so when we see that there are issues in that, what we don't realize is because everything is centralized in the stomach, in the GI system, that is a lot of cell production for illness can happen there. Bacteria grows there, which goes into the bloodstream and all that stuff. So when you have GI issues, they are close to, other than pain management issues, close to the top of things you should be paying attention to at a very deep level. And so, if you've got like everything from IBS to upset stomach to a lot of tension in the abdomen, or if you don't feel you're retaining food well, if you feel constantly tired and lethargic even though you're eating well, if you have issues with eating disorders, all of these are things that would end up having something to do with your gut health and then would spread throughout your body. So those are things you need to look at on a consistent basis. The next is modify your stress level. Come up with a way to de-stress that you can do within 15 minutes or less throughout the day should you need it. So understanding how to manage, modify, and alter your level of stress is essential to living a healthy life. Stress will cause physical illness. Stress will also cause, mental and emotional instability and a lot of negative points of stress eventually. So it's important to understand that, yes, you're going to get, negatively impacted. Yes, you're going to have life events that struggle and cause you to struggle, and you're frustrated. But at the end of the day, it's important to begin to understand that modifying how you handle stress, modifying how you get, how to get to a place of better balance is something that needs to go in your very high level of your focus and your belief, and everything that goes along with that is essential to your own recovery of quality of life and getting to a place where life and the emotions thereof becomes more manageable. The next thing to consider is focusing on your immune system. Knowing the symptoms of sickness for your specific body is important. And the quicker you can, you know, identify, hey, my body's going into an immune system response. For me, it's especially important having rheumatoid arthritis, among other conditions. I have to be sensitive to something within 12 to 24 hours before it flares into something worse. And so, um, for me, swelling, and this will sound really weird, but swelling on the roof of my mouth is a symptom. Pain in my joints is a symptom. Um, Tension in certain parts of my body is a symptom that my immune system is going into a responsive nature. And so, understanding foods to add to your diet when your immune system needs boosting, having a diet that has immune system boosters in it, avoiding things that will take your immune system down, like smoking and alcohol, doing things that focus on immunology is important. The next thing is kind of looking at age differently. And what that means is, don't let your, well, I'm 40, so I shouldn't do this. Well, I'm 60, so I shouldn't do that. Well, I'll worry about this when I get to be 45. Well, I don't need to worry about, this health issue until I'm over 50. And so placing age upon what we're willing to do and how we're willing to care for ourselves is completely foolish. Being focused on caring for oneself in the nature of things is important. One of my mentors, who is well into his 70s right now, is by far healthier than most of the people I know. Let's say 80% of the people I know that are under 40. And that's ironic to me when I look at, he's going to be 80 in a couple of years, but he is healthy as a horse. Another mentor of mine who passed away about 15 years ago didn't even begin to get sick, hadn't been to a hospital in 40 plus years, hadn't been to a doctor in 30 plus years when he died with unexpected heart issues. The point being that you can certainly, pay attention to what your body says and focus on it versus allowing your age to be an issue. The last thing that's important here is reduce your fight or flight mentality response. So, understanding the triggers that cause you to want to flee, understanding the triggers that cause you to be overstressed is important, and in dealing with them in a manner that is both productive, honest, forthright, authentic, but also solution focused is important to getting the most out of your daily life. So having a stress release process, having an admission process, doing daily or at least weekly check-ins with how you're feeling emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically is important so that you can cut off anything before it becomes a major issue. So hopefully that's helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.